Good morning to all the traders out there. This is Sean from the Coast of Wall Street, known as Daughter. So, today I'm just like every week that I actually send your guys analysis. Today it's another week where like I'm actually gonna be doing the analysis of the currency pairs that we actually trade, and most of the currency pairs that we actually see an opportunity to actually take out trades. So basically, last week I had not made any videos. I had not made any analysis. So hence I've decided that it's best today that I actually do analysis for you guys so that you guys can actually have something to trade in the following week. And you guys can actually have the trading ideas so that you guys can understand what's actually going on in the market. So I'm just gonna start with any um with any pair, currency pair. I will decide whether I start with the major pairs or the minor pairs. But then it's best if like we first look at the major pairs rather than big the major pairs. When you look at the commitment of traders, of which these are the sentiments on what the biggest institutions in the market are actually doing, and the banks and the hedge funds are actually holding their trades too. We actually look at the only currency that we actually pairing with US dollar, meaning that if like we're looking at Euro USD, that means that we want to be looking at the commitment of traders for Euro, because automatically anything that's actually traded against the US dollar on the spot, you only look at that one currency to actually find the main direction. So let's just have a look at it. So right now I'm just gonna be looking at I'm just gonna go up. I think it's best we start with ADSD. It's best that we start with ADSD. For you guys who actually don't know, if like you guys actually wanna get more signals from us from the codes of us, guys, I've actually said it so many times that we have a premium signals channel that you guys actually can actually get your signals and you can be able to trade. So trade with us. It is recently just a take profit and we're actually out on it. So this was one of the best trades that we actually have taken because like it didn't actually even go to ever draw down. It just went straight into to profit. So yeah, this is one of the best trades that we actually taken because like exactly from this point, I'd actually made a video, just that I didn't actually get enough time to actually upload it on our YouTube. But then we took this trade immediately there because like I had just spoken about it. I had just spoken about it. And then the following morning when I woke up, this thing was already down. But then it's okay. So to try and find out what's actually happening and what is the best trades that we can actually take from this. So first we're going to be looking at the technical analysis, and then we're going to move on from the technical analysis. We're going to be looking at the community of traders to actually try and understand what is it that the institutions actually doing so that we can actually best find our most important trades to actually trade. Okay. So I'm just going to go back to my analysis, and then I'm just going to zoom in. So about that, I'm just going to zoom in here. Then just going to get down to it. So as you guys know me, I always start my analysis from the monthly time frame because like that's the time frame that I believe the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames. If like you can just look at those three time frames, those are the best time frames to actually for direction. And then you can actually go to intraday time frames like the H4 and the H1 to actually find your entries. So I'm just gonna start from the monthly time frame as always. Okay, so starting from the monthly time frame, I'd actually spoken about this when it was here, about how the monthly time frame. Actually, I prefer not to use this one. Let me just use the one that I can actually my most recent support area there, area that I actually have. The market actually just turned there and went to the upside. And then looking at my monthly time frame as well, I can actually see a resistance that actually got established. So yeah, I can actually look at a lot of things. I can actually also see a resistant area that the market has just created here, because it failed to continue going to the upside. So here I'm looking at my horizontal structure. Actually, here I have a support, here I have a resistance, and there as well I have a resistance. So this is what I can actually see on this. Another thing that I can actually spot from this is that this market is actually on a downtrend because the market has been creating all those lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So I still believe the market is still wanna push to the downwards. Actually, give us that move to the downwards. So right now I'm gonna be moving from the monthly time frame. I'm gonna go to the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame things start to get a lot into when we can see the most recent movements of price, and that's what we actually needed the most to actually take this trade. So I'm looking at this. The market actually had actually established its own support at the bottom there. As okay, guys can see the market actually had established its own support there. So after establishing that support, because we saw the market actually going up there, we saw the market going up there, and then came back to actually turn and go to the upside. So that's it. It's support because it is 1, 2, 3 touches on it. So the market actually established that support there. And my most recent resistant area, where like it actually gave me U10. I can say it is this resistant area there. Went down for quite some longest time, for almost 2 to 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for almost like 1 month and 2 weeks. The market has been actually coming down. So this area is actually a huge turnaround area. I mean that's gonna be my I would say that that's going to be my biggest loss. What am I going to do? And looking at price again, what I can see is that when price was actually coming down here, it actually created this one bullish candle, then it continued going to the downwards. So automatically that area there, it actually became what we call a supply area there. It actually became a supply area there. So because like this one candle here, remember if like you have moved like this, sharp move like this, and then you only have one candle that actually is in the opposite direction, that means then that area is a supply area. So from that, I'm actually not going to use the word supply, but then I'll just use the word resistance. So that area there is also my other area of resistance. Okay, this is my other area of other area of resistance. Like when I pull this block to the left hand side, I can see that's an optimal trading zone. What do you call why what is an OTZ? An optimal trading zone is a zone where like if like you look at it, just like right now, I can see that here it's a resistance area. But then when I look to the left hand side, I can see that this market was a support area and here it was a resistance area. So basically here this is actually acting as a major zone. So the market actually been acting as a support, they went to upside, acted as a resistance, they came back down. Acted as a resistance, they came back down. Acted as a resistance, they came back down. So now it's acting as a resistance again. And I actually spoke about it on how we're actually going to take the trade. So going to the daily time frame, what can you see? Going to the daily time frame, things start to get a lot interesting because when the market was actually here, I gave out a signal. I actually spoke about it when the market was here. And I spoke about how we actually had a sharp move to the upside. When the market actually got here, we're looking forward to actually even there's one of these M patterns being created before we can actually take those certain trades. So likely for us, we were able to actually take those certain trades and then we're able to move down with it. But then before that, what we actually waited for signals or signs to show that this market is ready to go to the down and include from this. So what I can say from this that when I look at it, I see a candle, small candle of which it is a long body at the bottom. So I still the market actually sinking just below this area. And if like maybe we actually break below this area, if like we get to actually find a break below that area there, if we get a break below that area there, that means that the market is actually coming to this area, of which that was the support area of the market. That was the weekly support of the market. Okay, that was the weekly support of the market. So if like the market can just break above, just break below this area here, and then we can trade downwards. When we go back to the daily again, so about that, I've actually spotted my support area on the weekly time frame. So basically, I would normally want to see the market actually come back all the way down. If like it actually gets to break below this area, as you can see, this was just a consolidation area, but then overall the market is still on a downtrend. And I believe that the market is actually going to break below this area. So let's go to H4 and we're actually going to look at it and how we actually found that entry of a sell because we're still holding a sell when it comes to AUDUSD. So looking at it, AUDUSD actually went into this area, but then it actually bounced here and then started creating its own support there. And then we finally saw the market actually went up during CPI. The market actually created this long candle, but then immediately it came back down. And then we saw the market actually rejecting on that support area again. So actually created a head and shoulder there. So basically here we had the left shoulder, there we had the head, and there we had actually the right shoulder. So to us, that was one of those valid entries that we actually needed to actually take this buy, to take this sell, sorry. This was one of the valid entries that we actually wanted to actually. As well, guys, when I opened this chart, the market was already on the sell entry that we actually took there. So here we actually took the entry, and if we can just look at it by the use of trend lines, I mean, like when you're, like you can actually just look at a whole lot of things. Okay, so basically, this is what we actually had. Okay, so we had this sort of like the channel there, and then I saw the market finally breaking below. For those who know me very well, I don't like trading, like when the market actually creates a right shoulder. I don't like doing that. What I like doing is I like creating the neckline. Because remember when you have a head and shoulder like this, let me just for instance, you actually have something like this. Okay. Let me just say for instance, now creating a neckline. Okay, you're actually not creating a neckline. Let me just say the market actually did this. So this is a head and shoulder, right? But then this neckline here where the market has been creating its own support. Once the market actually breaks it, that is the most reasonable entry for a sell. You know that if like you enter here, if you enter here, that's a risky sell. The reason why it's actually a risky sell is because like the market can just easily continue going to the upside. But then if like the market is now broken the neckline, yeah, you had so many confluences, it broke the trend line, it also broke the neckline. So this retest here, and also had an M pattern, the overextended M pattern, then also the market actually is just into the neckline. So we had three of the confluences to show that this thing is actually going to continue sinking down, of which it actually did. So the market actually just continue going down. Yeah. So this is AD. So let's just try to look what the community of traders actually saying. So here we're just going to try to be patient, wait for the market to actually break through this support. And from then, that's when we're actually going to be looking for those selling entries to continue going to the downwards. So now, just to actually find out what is it that the institutions are actually doing. So looking at AD, we actually went all the way from even 30,000 buyers to even 41,000 buyers. But then other sellers went from even 58,000, and then now we're at 90,000. So that's an addition of plus or minus 30,000 on the sellers, while the buyers have only added by 11,000. So basically, the total actually went all the way from 28,000 to all the way to 49,000. So it means that AUD is very weak, and we're still gonna expect those moves to actually go to the downwards, because like, remember, anything that's like now, since we have something like this, the entry was supposed to be here, but then if you guys are late, I would say you're below this area. Or one thing that you guys can actually wait for, here's another thing that I can actually show you guys, of which most people, they don't understand it, and they don't know how I actually get to come about, whether you actually need in the market. If like you're a trader and you're a professional trader, you'll actually get to understand what I'm actually talking about. So looking at this, what I can see is that we have a market that's actually now is just created a huge impassive move coming to the down. So basically, if you like, you guys can look at it previously here with a W% that was actually created, right? Now we're at the neckline. So basically, looking at the neckline, what is it that we can actually see from that as well? What I can actually see from that neckline as well, it is that I've been zoned, because the market here previously was acting as a support, it went up, acting as a support, it went up before it actually broke below, and then it actually came back to support there and then went to the upside. What I can actually see from this area is that I have a huge impassive move coming to the downs. Remember, I said we have a W pattern here. Now we're at the neckline. We can expect the move to continue going to the upside. Here with an M pattern. So we expect a retest at least to 0.32 of the Fibonacci retracement levels. And then from there, that's when we can say, okay, we can continue going down with it. I want to show you guys something. Okay. So basically here we have my 0.32. It can be easy for the market to actually jump at 32 and then come back down. Use the wrong thing. I hope you guys actually understand. It can be easy for the market to actually get into this zone here, the 0.382 and the 0.50 level before it actually comes back down. Because like those are things that you can normally expect to happen in the market. So if I put a block here, okay, fine. And then I'm gonna remove my Fibonacci. Then I'm gonna go to smaller time frames, because I'm trying to find price structure that actually can lead me to actually taking some more sales. You see? It makes sense. Everything in this area previously was do not. This area here previously was 18 as a resistance. I'm trying to show you guys. Previously it was 18 as a resistance, the market came back down. Acted as a resistance, the market came back down. Acted as a resistance, the market came back down. And then now acted as support, the market continued going to the upside. And then now tried acting as support, but then failed. So now what we can expect, remember, after breaking below this area, now it's now a resistance again. It is now a resistance again. So now we expect the market to actually go to the upside there, right? Touch there. And then from there we can see the market actually swinging low and coming down. But then remember, we have the 0.32 there and the 0.50 level. So basically, you normally expect the market to actually go there. So what I can say is push to the upside, get there, and then that's when it can actually give you one of those very entries to actually continue. What we're actually going to do in that case, let me just put the sell signal for you guys. Okay. I'm just going to put it there. Then I'm just going to stop loss slightly above. Okay. And then I'm just going to take this down. Okay. Yeah. So this is going to be your signal, guys. This is going to be 1:3. We're going to get to actually continue going to the downwards. So trading is much all about being reactive and not being predictive. Okay, so this was dollar, guys, from the Audusd. I was analyzing AUDUSD,